Tiny glowing fireflies can completely change the mood of a game scene. In this video, we will create beautiful, realistic fireflies in Unity using the particle system. By the end, you will know how to add life, magic, and atmosphere to your game world. So let's get started. So let's start by creating a particle system. So we will right click over here and go to Effects, Particle System. And now we have a particle system. Let's rename it to Fireflies. Okay. So yeah, we have this particle system, and as you can see, we have all these orange boxes around our particles. We don't want that. And to remove that, you can just go over there and click on uncheck this box, selection outline. Cool. So with this particle system, we will make our fireflies. So you can see we have these many parameters over here which we can use to modify the behavior of our particles. So we don't want this particles to be so big, and also the speed is too much. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to start size and give it a small value. So let's go ahead and click on this and choose a random between two constants and then give a smaller value. So if we give this value, this looks good, and yeah, this is better. Now we don't want the particles to go up, so what we can do is we can make the rotation 0. Cool. So now we have these particles, and we can go to start speed, and we can also give it a smaller value so that it reduces the speed of the particles. Nice. Now what we can do is we can go to shape and then choose box. Also, we don't want it enclosed in a box over there. We want it to be spread over the bushes, and for that what we can do is we can go to scale and give it a value. As you can see, if you give it a higher value, it will just spread it, and then you can just place it over the bushes. I think this is good. Also, you see all these icons, we don't want them, and to remove that, yeah, just click over here and it will remove those. So now, as you can see, we have this fireflies, and this looks good. More, it is resembling fireflies now. Now what we want to do now is we need these to go and follow some random path, and to do that we can go to noise and give it some values. So let's give some smaller value over here, and yeah, this looks good. And now we have this fireflies following some random path. We can go to emission and just control the number of particles using this rate over time. So if you want more, you can give a higher value. If you want less, you can give a smaller value. So this looks good. I think this is the better number. Now what we need to do is we don't want the particles to be of square shaped, and we want them to be of yellow color. And for that, what we need to do is we need to use material to give it a circular shape. So this is material maker, and we will use this to create this type of a texture where we will have a circle in the middle and with a transparent background. So to create this, what we are going to do is we are going to use material maker, which is a free and open source software, so you can download it. Now we will right click over here and click on this circle, and you see we have this white circle, but it has a darker background, but we want a transparent background. And for that, what we can do is we can use the colorize filter. So just choose colorize over here, and Now we are going to make the alpha 0. So yeah, so now we have this nice circle with our transparent background. You can export it to the assets folder, but I already have it, but you need to export it. You can do it. Now let's go back to Unity, and then we are going to create a new material. So let's right click and click on create material, and then let's rename it to fireflies example. So now we have our material. Now what we need to do with this is we need to choose a shader. So we go over here and click on it, choose universal render pipeline, and then choose particles, and then choose unlit. Now change the surface type to transparent, and over here in the base map we are going to use the texture that we created in the material maker. So I already have that texture over here, and I'm going to double click on this, and yes, so now this texture is applied and our material is created. Now what we need to do is we need to use this material in our particle system. So we are going to choose our particle system, and then if you scroll down we will have a renderer module. If you open it, you will see this material option, the third one. Yeah, so we need to drag and drop the material that we created just now. So let me find it. It was, yeah, this is the one. So let's drag it to our particle system. Oops. Yeah, so yes, so now the material is applied to our particles. So if you see, we have this beautiful round material applied, and the fireflies are round in shape. Now it looks good. We need to add color as well. So what we can do is we will use the color over lifetime module. We also want it to blink, so let's go over here. Now in this gradient you see the bottom two arrows, these two represents the color, and the above two arrows, these two represents the alphas. So what we are going to do is we are going to have yellow color for our fireflies. So for both the bottom arrows we are going to choose yellow. This will give a yellow color to our particles, and if you can see, the yellow color is applied to our particle and it is looking good. But we also want to include a blinking effect. You know, fireflies blink, it is not always having a yellow color. So we need to add a blinking effect, and for that what we can do is we can use the alphas over here. So if the value of this alpha is 255, it will show the color, but if you make it 0, it will make it transparent. So what we are going to do is we are going to double click over here so that we have another alpha, and then we are going to set its value to 0. Now as you can see, what happened is first the color was yellow and then it became transparent. So we are going to keep on doing this by adding more alphas. So if we add another one and give it the value of 255, so as you see we have first the color yellow, then transparent, and then yellow. So again we will keep on adding more alphas. So just double click over here and just reduce the value to 0. Add one more, and as you can see we already have a beautiful blinking effect. So I think we have place for 2 more, so add one over here, make it 255, and then one more over here and make the value 0. So yeah, we have this blinking effect and it is now resembling fireflies, all are blinking, all are following a random path, and it is completing a game scene. So now we in the emission we have a smaller value. I like this, but if you want you can use some higher values. Let's try with 10, and okay, this also looks great. Let's try with 20. Nice. So as you can see we have these fireflies. It looks good, and it's amazing how by adding some fireflies it gives a touch and makes the scene alive. So you can add these in your own game, and you can experiment with all these parameters by giving different values and see what works for your own game. And that was it. I will keep it 5. I just want the numbers to be low. I like it that way, but it's completely up to you. So that was it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.